Oh, now coming to web mining. So web mining for user having some application, web mining is also an important aspect which will back your application with the data available across the internet. Intelligence is scattered across the internet, and today is the age of mashups. Certain information is available with certain group or communities, certain information is available with certain groups, so you can back your application using those informations and make a user happy. So web mining is basically extracting knowledge from web data or data available across the web. So there are three types of mining involved. One is web content mining. In web content mining, you mine all the data or content available in different web pages or websites. So all the sites which do news aggregation or review or comment aggregation or company information aggregation, they or product comparisons, they do a lot of web content mining. Then another thing is web content structure mining. So now content is available everywhere, but you need to ensure that this is a relevant content, the quality of content is right. So you use content structure mining using page ranking algorithms from link structure analysis or link analysis. This is the important aspect and used by all the search engines to or aggregators to decide whether that content is really relevant or not. Then web usage mining. So this is very important aspect of data mining or web mining. Here you mine all the logs which are generated by users transaction within your site. Using these logs you can predict what is the user behavior, what all pages or what all features or functionalities of your site he is interested or more interested, what all features or functionality he is not interested, what is the navigation path followed to reach from web page A to web page Z. That way you can predict and customize or personalize navigation paths. You can enhance your features within your web application. But there are few challenges in web content mining. Since internet is huge, there is information is also huge. Information is diverse and information is redundant. If you talk about certain news, so certain news is or duplicate news is available in multiple websites. So when you are mining certain content from web, you need to have some sort of algorithm or some sort of heuristics to decide whether this is a similar news or it is a different news, so that you don't end up with serving same duplicate content again and again. Then information is in diversity, so you should have some mechanism to automatically classify it, auto categorize it. And information is huge, so you should be able to get the relevancy of the information, whether that information is relevant to you or not. So these all things in web content mining are the big challenges. To solve these challenges, there are certain field of studies you are required to do. You should work on information retrieval. So from web content mining, what you will get is a HTML page. So from that HTML page, you should be able to extract relevant information in some structure that is usable by your application. So for that, you should learn NLP techniques that will help you in doing information retrieval. You should have some sort of machine learning capabilities so that you can decide whether this content is of which category. So for the classification and auto tagging of the thing, or deciding the relevancy of certain things, you should have a combination of NLP, machine learning, and statistical analysis. Then all these information will pass through the data mining process, and you will get relevant results that can back your web application. So apart from personalization, web data mining, third concept is semantic web. So currently our web is not semantic in nature. There is a lot of information that is linked with hrefs or hyperlinks, but both don't understand the semantics between these two things. But if you have capabilities of semantic web, you can provide a relationship between two documents. So first we see what is a kind of relationship. So basically there are two web pages. They are talking about certain concept or terms, so they have some sort of relations. So that relation can be created using RDFs. Those concepts, terms, and relation can be stored in OWL or ontology web ontology language. Then you can query those RDFs and using SparkQL. Microformats is the example to store such metadata in HTML format. Those are hcontact and hresume formats. So like LinkedIn is using hresume format to display your profile. So that can be queried by using some SparkQL or some RDF resource. So what is an RDF? So RDF is a format which can describe people, place, events, companies, products, means any entity. So you in semantic web, you don't talk about only URL. You talk about entities and their relationships. So using all the semantics, RDF, OWL, SparkQL, and all those things, what you will get as a result is a network of linked data which understands the relation between different objects.